Hey guys, welcome to Two Beards Podcast. My name is Levi. I am one of your hosts.
And I'm excited to drink this beer. I feel you always do it to me.
Yeah.
And it annoys me so much more than it annoys you, and that's annoying to me.
Yeah, it does.
So
Because
you just don't care.
I can just dead air
Yeah.
and have no problem with it.
Absolutely
not. If you're joining us for another time in your life, you'll notice that things look and sound different, hopefully better.
Hopefully it sounds way better.
I also changed the video settings randomly today. I didn't like how the last video turned out, the compression. I wasn't sure if that was like something on YouTube or how we were doing something, so I was like, I'm going to switch things up again. So here we are.
Fair enough. Yeah.
What are we drinking?
We're drinking Ninkasi's Galaxy Trippin.
I do like how they trippin', not tripping.
Absolutely. Yeah. Love the Trippin. Love everything that got going on there. It's pretty wonderful. I refuse to call it a Stellar IPA. I don't fucking buy into that gimmicky bullshit.
Well, I think, I don't know if it's gimmicky or if it's just like what if it's proper stellar? And what if there's like a technical term? I don't know. You know?
So it like makes sense and someone's like, hey, you're being a dick for no reason.
Yeah. Ooh.
Pretty likely, to be honest.
I don't know.
I also don't know.
It's got a lot of flavors going on.
There are things happening in my mouth.
And
I can't describe them fully right now.
like it comes at you like a rush of hops and you're like, ooh.
Right.
But then it like swirls in some like melony.
Sour almost.
Yeah. I don't know.
It caught me off guard, that's for sure.
Because I was like, oh, that's a hoppy beer. That's nice. Then it was like super juice.
Yeah, that took me by surprise, honestly. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good though. I like it, but we'll see how I feel after I finish one. I think by number 2, I'm definitely gonna have my mind made up.
Yeah, I'm worried because it is quite sweet on the back end.
Yeah,
it's not heavy, which is nice. It's pretty light, but
yeah. So 7%. 45 IBUs, and sometimes we say those things, sometimes we don't. I'm bringing it up now because I've decided I don't fucking believe IBUs. I think it's an absolute fucking lie.
I don't know. This, like, from a range of... This isn't very bitter.
But also it pretty is.
Up front, though.
Like, I've had ones that are like in the 60s that are softer than this.
It's true. But
so I just don't...
I think it also is dependent on the beer drinker.
I guess,
but which is partly your reason, and we've talked about this before, where we think IBUs are incredibly subjective.
It has to be so objective or subjective,
like
rather.
The 120-minute IPA. That's a sweet boy.
Yeah, and what did it say? Like the IBUs were like through the roof.
Yeah,
and I'm like, stupid. No, that's like the biggest lie you've ever told. Like, although it may have bittering aspects, it's covered by 4 weighted blankets of sweet, juicy syrupiness.
Yeah.
And just can't do it. So I just don't fucking believe it ever. So there was I went to, my family was just in town this past week and took them to McMiniman's. And there's a beer they had there, of course, called Baby Yoda Pale Ale.
Got to capitalize on it, man.
Absolutely. And more power to them. And so...
I can't believe they didn't get, like, sued. Maybe we shouldn't be talking about it. Anyways.
Well, I think because it's not Baby Yoda, you know what I mean? Like, the name is the child.
Okay, but it's like a reference to...
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so I think people are getting away with that. Any visuals are a hard no-no, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like... they're cracking down on that. But anyways, the IBUs on that were also 45. And let me tell you right now, if that's a 45, then this is like a 70. So I just don't know who to believe.
But again, that's like a pale ale. So like I think fundamentally this is different than that.
But you can't. Okay, then that's not. It's not an international bittering unit. Then it's a subjective bittering unit.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's just a bittering unit dependent on the beer type.
Yeah,
which I think, like, if it was presented as
that's fine.
Fair enough.
Totally. Yeah, but like, I don't know. You can't.
Like, what are you going to say if there was a hef that was like 100 IBU?
Right, yeah. I'm like, you can get the fuck right out, actually, because that's just not the case. I guarantee it. I don't know. So it just and actually all the beers there were under 50 IBU, except one that was a triple IPA that was at 85, and I was like, I see through your lies. That is going to be pure sugar.
I don't love their beers.
No, I did not. I ended up getting an old fashioned.
There's one beer that's a seasonal. I can't remember what it was called. It was like short story or something random like that, and that was pretty good. But like all of their standard stuff, like their Hammerhead, I just don't enjoy.
No, and they're fucking huge, right? So like, can't you get more than like 2 beers on tap that aren't yours and that aren't a Miller Lite? Like, come on. I don't know. I understand wanting to capitalize on your own product, but like, not fucking good.
It is cool because they do have all of their own products, like wines, whiskeys, vodkas, all that stuff. So I get it, but I'm with you where it's like, I don't. At least for maybe different styles of beers that are better there, but at least for IPAs, I've never been like, oh, I love this.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, I think I got the Hammerhead one time, and I was like, I mean, this is fine, it'll do the job, but don't love this by any means.
Like, I'm not coming back here to get this.
No, absolutely not. But yeah, it was. I think I tried that one, and I was just like so put off by everything else then. And then the triple IPA, I'm like, no. So I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I'll just get an old fashioned. Oh.
Speaking of triple IPAs, we have an IPA.
Yes.
Brewing.
Only one.
Well,
single.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll find out. I guess that's true.
We put in more hops than.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, the recipe was for a pale ale.
Is it?
I think so.
No, it's not.
I think so.
No.
I think so.
No.
Regardless, the recipe is for a pale ale, and
no.
And we put in more hops.
You fucker.
We put in a lot more hops. So I don't know, man. Yeah, but this is different than the sheet you have.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Not really.
You have this one and the like. There's another sheet.
Maybe that's
There's
why
2 recipes.
Maybe that's why the weights were off.
Yeah,
because one's an IPA and one's a pale ale.
Yeah, could be.
Oh, that would make a lot of sense. Further testing is required.
Either way, we put in more hops than that recipe.
Either one of them
suggested.
called for.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
We'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, I'm very interested because it's
done fermenting allegedly.
I mean, again, like when we first tried it, like right before we put it in the fermenter, if it tasted like that but cold and carb, I'd be very happy. That was pretty good.
Pretty good
for our first venture together.
I honestly feel like this beer, like in the balance of hops and fruitiness, very similar.
This one?
Balance. Yeah.
Wise. Agreed.
Because it was like, same thing. It was pretty hoppy, but like very like juicy hops.
Yeah. But again, like both the beers I've made so far have been not good. Where did I go? I had a really shitty beer. It was the place called
Parkway Tavern.
Yes. I got a beer.
You went back.
Yeah, so I went back. I got a beer that they made, and it was fucking terrible. It was absolutely dog shit.
The worst part about that place is I want to like it so much.
Yeah,
well, the vibe is cool. It has that back room area.
Yeah,
but like
cool looking place.
Our food, like remember they're like this chowder's out of this world.
Yeah,
and I was like, this chowder's very okay.
Yeah. So I got there. They had spicy black bean soup when I was there, and got that. It was actually good. It was actually really good. Was not spicy at all, so that was quite a bit of a letdown. That being said, though, the actual taste of the soup was good, And then I think I got a burger. I don't really remember. And it was fine. It was just very medium. Like I wasn't upset with it, but I'm like, this isn't great. This is outstanding. But the beer was dog shit. The beer was absolutely terrible. It tasted like the first beer my dad and I brewed.
I didn't know that they made beer, so it might have been the first beer that they ever brewed.
Fair enough. Well, don't sell that shit because it's not good. You don't see me selling my first beer because it's not good. It just is very...
Yet to see if I'll sell my first beer or not.
Fair enough. It was just very lacking in hops. And then like this weird like cardboardy fruit taste. I don't know how else to describe it, but cardboardy. It was just not good. I don't like it. But second beer, also not great. Yeah. Definitely more bitter and a little better hoppier profile, but still not good. Have better hopes for this one, judging by the taste pre-fermentation. Unless we just totally fucked up fermentation. It's possible.
We shall see.
Mm-hmm. Considering we're going to have to bottle this either tomorrow or Saturday. So
Saturday.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see.
We're going on a journey of reusing bottles inspired by Double Mountain.
Yes.
And not really, but we like to reference it because they say return their bottles to them.
Bottles. We'll reuse them.
So we're going to reuse bottles, probably even these ones that you see here today, because we forgot that we were done fermenting today until yesterday.
Yep.
And I brought this up to Nick saying, so forgot until right now that tomorrow we're done. And Nick was like, no, we're not.
I did not believe you. Yeah. I was like, no, dude, it's been like 3 days.
Looked at our document. Turns out today's the day.
Sure enough.
So
you were right.
Yeah, we got to drink some beer, which, not a bad thing.
Shoot dang.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, could be a bad thing if we got to drink all these. This isn't terrible, but it's going to be a lot to drink 3.
Dude, I don't know. I'm drinking my way through it.
Yeah.
I'm liking it more as I go.
Okay. All right. I'll feel that out.
I was like you. I was like, man, this is going to get a little too sweet in the end. And it is pretty sweet, but I don't know. Because it doesn't sit very heavy, it doesn't like coat your mouth in hop resin.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
I will say it isn't really changing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where it lies too, where like your tongue is changing a little bit, but the actual flavor doesn't really change much. Whereas I thought it was just going to get like sweeter and sweeter, and it's not.
There's a lot of beers, especially double IPAs, where that happens.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's just not a good time. Again, like there's been plenty of beers where we've had like,
I think even last week on talking about the Big Dumb Face.
Yeah.
Where like it started out super strong.
Uh-huh.
In the last like 4 ounces, I was like,
It's sweet. Yeah. Yeah, just after, and especially that too, where it was like a 16-ounce can, where after one of those, you're like, I don't think I could do another 16-ounce can.
Yeah.
Like if these were 12 ounces, I probably could do two and be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But just 2 16-ounces, it's just a bit much. So
I feel that way kind of generally about hazy IPAs. I think that's why I'm kind of a hater, is because I have one and I'm like, okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's get something a little crisp.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I feel like this is getting lower and lower on me, this mic.
It might be.
It very well could be. I don't know. But
we're new to this whole thing, so.
Yeah. Yeah, after seeing the mics and the picture that you sent to me, I was like, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy that with our current setup, because I'm going to feel like I want to be like, oh, hello. I have to look, but not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
See, I was actually thinking, and maybe it's because I was here, it's actually nicer to be at more of an angle, because I can actually look at you and talk now. Now I don't have to like stand, like stare straight forward.
Yeah. Are you using the shotgun mic still?
Yeah, the shotgun mic's on and working, but it's recording to another track. So
Ew.
I just figured, if something goes wrong, especially the first time we're using these,
smart.
Might as well have a backup track going.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is smart. You think ahead. So this has Azaka hops in it, which I feel like
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, now knowing that, I think of the Azaka IPA from Founders, and I'm like, oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I see how those shine similarly.
Though that one is like a little more pineapple-y, and this is definitely more like cantaloupe, papaya kind of
well, this
melony.
and I'm not 100%, but I feel like that one was solely Azaka. At the very least, that's
Yes,
all they
I think
advertise
so.
for it.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, I mean, obviously straightforward. It's Galaxy, and then they also are saying Crystal El Dorado. So I think it is just like a spritz of Azaka, kind of on the backbone. But at the same time, like you can still see like similarities between the two beers for sure. So it's good though.
And the weird thing about the Azaka, and so I plotted all of our beer ratings.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh, that okay. Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I was thinking when you say plot, I was thinking those like the graph, like the dotted graph. And I was like, whoa, you really went through all that.
Well, I did. It was a dotted graph.
I just got the Excel sheet.
Oh no, I plotted that out.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I
then.
built a chart from it.
Nice. Well, good job.
I plotted out all of our points, and ratings and everything from all the different beers. And there's actually a few beers that we've rated twice.
What?
Yeah.
How?
Just drinking them twice on the podcast or something. And like, for example, Celebration.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
So it's a seasonal beer.
But did you add the years to that? Okay, because I was just going to say.
That's what I was going to say. Like our experience with Zaka, the last one that we had, the only one that we recorded, but we've had it before, was like we remembered it completely different than the year prior.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even remember having that beer on the podcast at all. I've drank that beer on multiple occasions, and I just don't remember doing that on the podcast.
So I don't know when we did it, but that was the one where I opened mine, or I opened it before the podcast to like take a picture of it or something, and I was like, man, I must have shaken this up or something, or someone shook it up when delivering it to me because it exploded.
Yeah, and
then you opened yours, and it foamed happened out as well.
That's right. I remember that. I didn't realize it was that beer though.
Yeah, that was the Azaka.
And I do. Well, I remember too. I very specifically remember the first time I had that beer, and it didn't do that. But pouring it into a glass, I was like, "Holy shit! This is really carbonated and really foamy." So I don't know, whatever. And that's not characteristic of every Founders beer. So it just must be whatever they do with that. I don't know. Odd, but that's a good beer too. Haven't had that in a while.
That's a seasonal one as well. Do you know when that is?
I feel like it's fall-y winter.
That's what I was thinking too, but like we would have missed it, and I'm surprised like
didn't see it at all.
Well, I guess I never have gotten it at like outside of Total Wine or something. So maybe I'd have to be looking for it to find it. Founders is weird like that. Like I like sometimes, like especially like spring, summer, I see the all day. Like what are they? 12 packs or something? 15 packs.
Yeah.
And I see those like everywhere, and then Founders just disappears.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's very weird. Well, I mean, I guess, out here,
it's
like
it's
a Midwest beer,
but
wow. Great beer, ratebeer.com, whatever, rated their Azaka IPA is 93 out of 100. Pretty great.
Sounds pretty high.
Definitely not low. I'm not seeing
it's good beer, but
when they do it yet. Bit depressing unless I need to actually read it.
Which sounds like a pain to do.
And after skimming it, I saw nothing indicating a time of year or month. So
here we are.
I just feel like normally you like go through like, oh, here, check out this. These are the beers, and this is when they're available. Kind of found it. Oh, this is an obnoxious way to do this. Instead of just looking at all the beer, it's like separated by. How am I supposed to know which one to click?
Seven Seas does that on their website too, and I'm always surprised because like the Nomadic is technically a seasonal release.
Oh, right.
Because it changes
every time, yeah.
Even though it's like available year round.
Right.
I don't know.
And what I'm looking at.
I think just give up.
Oh, I got it. Hold on. I got it.
Dead air.
No.
We're talking technology, the big T. What are your feelings on technology there, Nick?
Feelings on technology?
Yeah, what's your opinion? 2 Wars.
What the fuck? It's not on their website
I
under their availability calendar. Seems like a pretty normal place to have a beer that you don't always have.
I tried.
Fucking hell.
Anyways, I was thinking.
Okay.
Because I was thinking about Midwest beer.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of some of our highest rated beers.
Yeah.
Our highest rated ever.
Okay.
Can you guess what that is?
I'm going to say, and I feel like I might be wrong, but I'm going to say the Born Yesterday.
That is the highest.
Yeah, I figured as much, but thought, maybe a little different.
Bodhisattva's also quite a bit up there.
That makes sense. March, by the way. So springtime.
Okay. Coming up.
I think late. I think now actually. I think it's late winter or like through spring.
Well, if you're interested in us doing the Azaka again and having a foam party, let us know.
Whoa.
Try it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just come in bathing suits and cover ourselves in foam.
I think that's the best idea we've had so far. Yeah. So top rated beers. You had the Born Yesterday.
We should do another showdown, but of the actual showdown variety. Because I had a good amount of fun doing the non-alcoholic one.
Yeah, that was a good time. The blind part was good.
I don't know if it would need to be blind because I'm pretty confident in all the beers that we've drank to be able to be like this, that's this, that's this.
I think you're wrong.
I'm pretty confident.
I think you're wrong.
I mean, I'm not saying I won't do it blind. I'm just saying I'm pretty sure. Like we did pretty good on.
That was not just by looking. That was definitely like the only one you could tell by look was the Heineken, and after that it was like not 100%.
But that's what I mean.
But after taste,
we were like
sure
100%, except for the last two.
No, you weren't.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But yeah, the other highest rated one that I don't have a rating for, you have a rating for. Your highest rated beer of all time.
Really?
Do you know what that one is?
Oh, I don't think I do. Oof.
Your favorite beer of all time. And you don't know what it is.
I've always thought it was the Born Yesterday. But I can't remember what I would have voted.
If I'm going to Chicago and I have the opportunity to have a single beer, what beer are you gonna say? This is what you got to drink.
It's something from Half Acre.
Nope.
No way. It's Revolution.
Nope.
What?
Nick's favorite beer of all time, that he's rated highest ever, is Zombie Dust.
It is not.
It is.
It is not.
It is.
No.
It is.
I am taking that. You are either lying or I'm taking that back.
It is Zombie Dust.
There's no way. Where did you find that?
It's in your original beer rating list.
Oh, that's cheating. I was but a boy at that time. That is cheating. What the fuck did I rate that shit? This is bullshit. This is an atrocity.
Oh, man.
I can't leave this. Doesn't sit
I don't
right
even know
with
what
me.
you rated it because I didn't plot any of those. I just remember.
Bullshit. No. Zombie Dust was 4 out of 5.
I think that's the highest of your list.
No, it's fucking not. Watch this. You are such a fucking liar. Lagunitas. Oh, see, I'm glad I have this one alphabetized. Fucking 4.75, bitch.
I'm pretty sure on the list I have.
Mm-mm.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I'm telling you, that is.
But I have an old one
list.
from like when we first came up with the idea of podcasting.
That's what that is. I never change it.
I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you. So I probably did rate it a little differently when we did the Born Yesterday though on the podcast. Bet you I rated it like a 4.25 or something.
It's not that high.
I bet you it's 4.25.
I think so.
And Zombie Dust is a fucking 4. A hard 4.
It's pretty close.
Again, it is a really good beer, but like, and maybe 4 may be a little generous for it, but like,
I like it. We just give it shit.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing. It's because of the people who are obsessed with it.
It's the people, it's not the beer.
Absolutely. It's a good beer. It really is.
But I was also thinking that would be a fun one to add into the beer showdown because of how
that would be good.
Obsessed people are with it.
That would be a good one, yeah.
The best thing is, like, we've told the story before, but like the best thing was when you were going to get that, you ended up getting like Gumball or something. I can't remember what that beer was.
Yeah, because there's the two beers that I don't know which one it is. It's the Gumball Head and the Yum Yum. I never know which one I like.
Yeah, and we got one of those, and you're talking about zombie dust.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, people are fucking obsessed with it.
Obsessed with it.
And like the next 2 days, like we'd go to restaurants and stuff, and people next to us would be like there'd be this group of people at dinner, and then one guy in there was like, dude, you have to fucking get zombie dust. Oh yeah,
you guys like,
can I get a zombie dust? He's also gonna get a zombie dust. Dude, you guys too. You guys all need it. And like,
it's like the people. One guy's like, "Is it good?" He's like, is it good? Try the best beer ever." Gosh, it's amazing.
People at that point were like awkwardly like, I guess I'll get a zombie dust.
I was just gonna get a water, but okay. People freak out over it. I just don't understand. And it's like, it flies off the shelves because they don't always make it, and they don't say when they're making it. So it's just so annoying.
Kind of how like Popeye's chicken sandwich was. It was like
everybody broke the app, or at least that's our theory.
It's like, okay, just a chicken sandwich.
It's just a chicken sandwich.
You can make more.
Yeah. And
make them faster.
Yeah.
You don't have to have lines that are like 14 hours long.
No.
That are like you go to Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out and the line looks massive, but you go through in like 5 minutes.
It's so fast. Yeah.
Popeyes, it's like people have they've run out of chicken sandwiches by the time like you've gone through the line.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
I just don't understand. Like, order a fuck ton, call it a day.
Yeah,
that's the only step. You just order a fuck ton. They're like frozen anyways, probably. So
right?
It's not like it's like,
I don't know.
You're not worried about it going bad or spoiling or anything. So I don't understand. I still have yet to have it.
I was trying to get it today.
Mm-hmm.
And then so one of my leads was gonna make the trek and get us all chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
And I've been dieting outside of this beer that we need to drink so we can have bottles. Yeah. But I've been dieting again, and I was like, man, I gotta do it. I gotta try it.
Right.
So it was a good opportunity too.
Fair enough.
And they're all debating on when Popeyes actually opens, and I look at DoorDash because Popeyes is now on DoorDash, so you can actually order the chicken sandwich now, which is like definitely what I'm about to do.
Because their app's fucking broken.
Yeah. So you can DoorDash it, and I look on DoorDash and it says it opens at 10:30. I say this, and my other lead is like, "Oh, that's because DoorDash usually like it says 10:30, but they really open at 10 because DoorDash gives them like 30 minutes." And I was like, all right, whatever. Gets up there 10 o'clock. They don't open until 10:30.
That's amazing. Did you make them wait?
No, I was like in meetings for the next 3 hours.
Oh, God.
But I get back to my desk, and he just brought back McDonald's for himself. Rip.
That's fantastic.
So I didn't have to break my diet until right now, where I'm drinking beer. But.
Mm-hmm. It's not bad.
I know.
I don't know. I don't love it, but it's not bad.
You don't think it's stellar?
Would never use that to describe this.
What would make it better for you? I mean, normally we save this for you, but is it just too sweet? Is that what it is?
It's like this weird like tart bite that I don't love. And it like makes me think that it's going to be sour or too sweet, but it just like stays in its zone. And
that's why I keep going back to this melon. That's how I feel about melon. It's like a watery.
No, which melon? Because we got to be specific.
Yeah, like cantaloupe.
Yeah, fuck that shit. It's not fruit.
But you know what I mean? Like it's like
soft water.
It's got like it's just watery tartness, and you're like, I wish it was more sour or more sweet. Like be something.
Yeah.
Don't just be what you are.
Yeah, and be anything else but what you are, please.
Like, be sour, be sweet. You know, be a watermelon or be like a honeydew.
Oh, love honeydew.
But you're cantaloupe.
It's pointless. Or whatever. Pointless. Why the fuck would you drink that? I mean, eat it. I can't decide.
I don't know.
Bad time. But yeah, so that's kind of how I am with this. It's just like, good. It's got a good initial flavor, but I don't know. Just isn't doing it for me, I guess. That's pretty much the only thing I would change.
It's kind of reminiscent a little bit of a poor man's mimosa, because I keep trying to figure out like what I want to describe this like hoppy up front, but kind of like washes down with this fruity aftertaste.
Yeah.
It really reminds me of a mimosa in a beer. So it's Galaxy Trippin Mimosa IPA.
I think the last time that I had a beer mosa, it was really bad orange juice, and it made it just all shit. I think it was Georgetown's Bodie that I put in. So like great beer and a pretty like hoppy but like juicy IPA that should be good in orange juice.
It's a little too citrusy to start out with in my mind, but
yeah, it didn't work out at all. It was a bad time, and I fully attribute it to this shitty orange juice though.
Yeah, I mean that would do it. I prefer, and I know you don't, but I prefer my poor man's mimosas with grapefruit juice. Grapefruit goes well with IPAs, so there as well.
I believe you. It's not for me.
Yeah.
I fucking hate grapefruits.
And I do the whole like, I prefer 16-ounce beers in 12-ounce glasses for poor man's mimosas.
Yeah.
Because I fill it up with like about an inch, maybe a little bit less of juice.
Yeah. And
I like slowly diluting it with beer.
Yeah. So
like drink a little bit, and those are all sweet, but then it gets bitter as it goes.
Right. Yeah. So like at the restaurant, I just took a big gulp of the beer and then filled it up with orange juice, and I was like, "Yep, how it should be."
But here we are.
Here we are with shitty orange. I don't know. So I've seen these things online before, and I thought I was like, "Oh, that's for rich ass white people." And I'll never see one of those. But in my apartment complex in like the community area where the gym is, they have a rock climbing treadmill.
Okay, yeah.
So
I'm seeing it now.
Yep,
yeah,
this vertical thing, and you can set like the. I thought it would like move on its own, but my guess is it's gravity powered, and then you can set the resistance to it on how
interesting.
Yeah, is how much it'll go. Maybe others are different, but that's at least how this one is.
So you're excited to do that?
I'm excited to do that. Seems like it'd be like a really good training thing to do.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet.
Especially if you can set the resistance, because then you could like really get your back going.
Right. Absolutely. So we'll see. I'm very interested to give it a go, but I just kind of play with it a little bit, and I'm like, oh, that could be fun.
You're like, this is 20% of the reason why I moved here.
I'd be lying if I'd say no. Also, they say this fitness area and pool are 24/7, and that's a fucking lie. Okay, so you can get into the gym anytime you want. It seems like, but the pool they like lock up when they leave. I like went to go like check it out one night at like 9 or 10. I don't remember what time it was. And
usually pools close. In my experience, that's how it is.
Yes,
is they close at night.
Me too. But this is like an indoor one, and they said specifically like, oh yeah, like that and the gym's 24/7. So I go in like as I'm going home the next day, I like go in the office. I was like, so I just had a question. Like when I first moved in, I was told that pool's 24/7. He's like, yeah. So we agree. Okay. Well, what? Tell me what the fuck then, huh? I'm like, oh well, maybe it was people have been like leaving it in poor condition, so maybe it was like trash the night before. I was like, no, motherfucker. I checked the other night too, and it was fine. It was clean as a whistle. Ain't no one in there because it was locked. So
maybe you just don't know how to use the door.
I have pulled and yanked and pushed.
I was gonna say maybe it's
I've tried pushing. I tried pushing. I tried like maybe there's a weird hidden sensor somewhere with my fob, and I'm like, nope. I got nothing.
Have you seen the video of how to open a gate?
Yes. It's been a long time, but I think you've been the one to show me that.
It's a great video. If you haven't seen that video, just look up on YouTube how to open a gate. It's like by a German or Russian guy or something. I can't remember. And it's great.
Yeah, he's very informational and factual. Don't know if I 100% agree with him, but yeah, it's a good watch. Oh man, what does he say? Always push or always pull?
It's always pull,
because then you can because
it like bounces
and then it'll go. Yeah. So
way to spoil it, but like
sorry. I mean, you find that out in the first 3 seconds.
I mean, it's about 3 seconds long. So.
Fair, and it's still worth a watch. Honestly, it's hilariously stupid.
Dude, I also found out today one of my leads has never seen Napoleon Dynamite, and I learned this. Like, when do you think Napoleon Dynamite was released?
God. Incredibly older than I'm going to guess, I feel like. Or maybe I'm going to try to overcompensate.
I think you might.
Yeah, at this point. So I feel like it's 2006, but I know for a fact that I was younger.
It's 2004.
That was pretty close, though, actually.
So it's 16 years old almost.
That's nuts.
And it's crazy to me because I was like, man, 2004, I was 11.
Yep.
And I was like, the guy who hadn't seen it, I was like, when were you born? He's like, 97. And I was like, so you would have been 7.
Yeah.
When Napoleon died. Like, that doesn't, so that's why you haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite, one of the greatest films in human history. So that makes sense, but like crazy to me.
It is a weird thought. Like, I don't know.
And it's one of those movies that I saw like a billion times when I was 11.
Yeah.
Like I could not count how many times I've seen that movie.
Yeah.
I never want to watch it. Like I always think like, should I go back? And I'm like, no.
It's not worth it.
I'm not going to enjoy it.
It's not. Well, yeah, because I mean, that was kind of one of the first movies to like birth that style of humor.
Yeah.
And that's why everyone fucking hated it when it first came out.
Either you hated it was the worst piece of shit movie you've ever seen, or you fucking loved it and it was a masterpiece.
Right. But again, and that's why it gained its cult following, because it was just such a different type of humor for that time, which is weird to think. We're talking like just getting into the 2000s. Like I don't know. I just think of like a lot of like different like Will Ferrell movies around the time, and but again, like it all just kind of exploded after that time. So
it's weird to think like that movie has had such an effect on our culture where like things are still divisive in a generational perspective today. Like back then, like you and I understood that movie. I don't know about your parents, but my parents did not understand that humor. Mm-hmm. They're like, it's just dumb. Mm-hmm. And today, even, like, I try to explain to my parents, like, Letterkenny. And they're just like, yeah, I don't get it.
Right. Yeah.
It's just a weird, like, generational comedy style that's just, like, it's just different.
Yeah, it is. It's so weird to think. And I don't know. There's, like, such random... I think of, like, The Office, too, where I feel like that's one of those shows that, like, transcends generations. But then you have people that just like fucking hate it.
See, I'm one of those people who like I enjoyed The Office, but like I feel like people who are like 5-10 years older than me love it way more than I do.
Yeah, totally.
Like I like The Office. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
I've seen it twice.
Same.
I haven't seen it 800 times.
No, I'm with you.
Like people I know watch The Office like every day and have watched The Office every day for their entire lives.
Yep.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's not one of those shows for me, honestly. I'm with you. I think it is really funny, and if it ever is on, like I'll watch it, and I still think it's really funny.
Yeah, if I go over to someone's house and they're like, "Yo, you want to watch The Office?" I'm like, "Yeah,
sure, yeah,
of course."
Yeah. But I don't think I just go out of my way to watch it. Just don't think. I don't know.
No,
but. And I have those shows that I do go back to that you're not so much a fan of, but it's fine.
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother. Psych. But
I hate psych.
I know. I don't. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it.
That's one comedy style where it's just not my style of humor.
That does not make sense to me, though. So
I know it just
the whole show is just references, and that's you.
But I don't like reference humor. I like making reference humor. I don't like reference humor.
That makes no sense. I don't understand that. I'm not saying. Yeah. I'm just saying it does not make sense to me.
No, I get it though, because like all the time, people are always like, "Dude, you would love Psych," and I'm like, "No, I wouldn't."
I understand your thought behind it, but
like,
no.
Yes, I get that. There's a lot of similarities, like in personality and humor style, that like is very me. But because it's me, I don't think it's like I don't think it's funny to me because it's just.
I don't want to listen to me talk for an hour.
Exactly.
Right. Ironically, we're doing a podcast.
Yes, I mean, and we don't listen to our
podcast.
We don't remember our podcasts, much less listen to them. So.
Just talking about that. Yeah. Sorry, Zaka, what? Don't remember these things. Yeah, we say all the time how not so much Renee because she hates us and doesn't really watch it, but Elizabeth, say something. I'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, you guys talked about this like months ago."
Last week.
Probably. Last week. Probably. You're probably right. Don't recall that.
Nope.
Not a little bit. I don't know. Because I think of it like this. Like, this is kind of just like, do you remember what you talk about at work with people like last week?
No.
This is that for us. Like, this is just us talking. Like, yeah, there's a camera in front of us and, we're doing this for a purpose to make media, but I mean it's just a conversation.
I think the other what I've realized too is there was a time where I remembered a lot more than I do today.
Oh yeah.
But like I spend so much of my day like just talking about things and ideas and how to move things forward, and then like the podcast too, you're just like talking for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you talk for like just 9 hours a day about just like you're in meetings and everything, like it to me it's just an incomprehensible amount of information that you get stored. And so people at work or someone I met with 2 weeks ago are like, "Hey, what about this?" And I'm like, where did we end up on that? Like, I'm sorry, but that's like a small slice of my day 2 weeks ago, and it's a small slice of my job, which is spanning a lot of different things.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Absolutely,
I don't know.
I'm 100% there with you. And then it's just weird too. Like it makes no sense to me the things that I do hold on to. Mm-hmm. Like I will remember something. I'll be like, why the fuck did I choose that to remember? I would much have rather have remembered this shit that was actually important than like this goddamn dumb fuck shit that it's just so useless.
Sticky notes at work are a lifesaver to me. I literally have like my desk is covered with sticky notes, and like each one has like 3 or 4 things written on it of like just reminders of things I got to get done. And and there's like 12 sticky notes because there's just so much that I'm working on.
Yeah. And
there's like, I announce it to the people I sit next to. I'm like, "Oh, crossing one off today. I get to throw this sticky note away."
No, I'm getting on that train.
Yeah.
Where I think, "Oh, I'll just have it all open in front of me." No, that's not gonna help, because then I get to the end of my day as I'm closing everything, because I'm not a psychopath. I close all my applications and shut my computer off every day.
As you should.
As you should.
I'm a psychopath and don't.
Right.
But like, if I could, be nice.
Right. The last couple of days, I've had to leave my computer on sleep because there's like something I couldn't close out of, because I'm like, can't close out of this. It's just not, I'm not going to be able to get back to like this thought process and like this organization of the way of having it open. And so it's like eating me alive the last 2 days, having my computer open and on sleep. And I finally got to like close it today. I was like, fuck yes. So, but I'm on that train where I'm like, I am starting to write like little notes that make zero sense, and I'm looking like a psychopath because I just have numbers written everywhere.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I don't like, if someone looked at that, like, is that a case? Is that an incident? Is that a chain? What are those numbers?
4,068 written. now.
Yeah, it's just
You're
completely.
like, I actually don't know why I wrote that one
that's
down.
the thing too, right? It's like
That
you don't
sounds
write enough.
familiar, and I remember like writing that and putting it there. I don't know what it's for though.
But I probably should leave it just in case.
Just in case something brings it up, and I'll be, that's it.
That's it, 100%. That's what I needed. Yep. Yeah, so I'm on that game with you right there, my friend.
It's line 4068 in this Excel document.
Oh, and look, I definitely need that for this meeting tomorrow. Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
That's more like
That's
it.
more like it. Yeah. But how's everything been now that you're kind of like settled in the position?
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
It's good. Better than doing nothing, that's for sure.
Yeah. Doing nothing sucks, dude.
I know it.
But we should rate this beer.
Mm-hmm.
We're late. We're going on and on and on for us.
Fair enough. Well, as of lately.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, what are we at right now?
46 minutes.
Yeah, normally we're about wrapped up by now.
Yep.
All right. Look. How's your shit look?
The head sticks around a little bit. A wee bit. Got some haze to it. Surprisingly orange.
Very orange.
Like, surprisingly.
Doesn't this like taste yellow?
A little bit.
I feel like it tastes yellow.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
Like a haze yellow.
Yeah.
Smell. I have not had a good smell of this. I don't know about you.
I smelled it originally when it was nice and foamy, and it's I thought it was a good smell. Yeah, I like it. It's just hops, dude. It's just hops. Like, it's the fruitiness of the hops, but like it's just hops.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it has like kind of a soapiness to it too. I don't get that in taste at all, but like
I could see what you're saying. I just
don't know if I'd say soapy, but that's just the word that comes to mind.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, I agree. I don't know that I would either, but like I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Definitely like kind of hop fruity, little bit of dankness in there.
Not smut.
Yeah, I like it. Just is like Galaxy hops, El Dorado. Like, I just smell it, like the Azaka. Like, it just is all coming. Like, it's just really hoppy.
Just all makes sense. Yeah, I feel that. Taste is pretty in depth. We kind of talked about this when we first...
I feel, and to your point though, I feel the same way about this beer as I did the first drink.
Yes, right. Yeah,
my opinions have not changed throughout this beer.
Absolutely not at all. Which again, upon first taste, you really thought it was going to.
Yeah, I thought it was going to get worse and worse and worse. And by the second beer, I was going to be like, man, I'm really kind of over this. Mm-hmm. I'm still having a good time. You're still having a very medium time, probably.
Yeah, it's still medium, right? Because it's like I want it to get better or I want it to get worse. I just want to have an opinion on it.
Yeah.
And I'm just staying in that middle ground. It's a bit depressing. I wonder if these mics can pick all that up, actually.
I don't know.
Someone's having a concert next door. Not sure.
No, it's Elizabeth.
Okay. She's just going for it. Going to town. Oh, what a horror.
It is really loud. Like, obscenely
loud. Is that a TV?
Yeah.
Downstairs or in your room?
That's downstairs.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she's watching. That is the
soundbar, and she's just...
going hard on it.
Lit
up. Does she know we're doing this is the question.
Probably, but...
Because, we do it every week, but sometimes she's like, oh my God, I totally forgot.
The door's closed and she like showers. But yes, she does say that. She's like, oh yeah, you guys were podcasting. It's like, you were like right next to us.
You come home to this every Thursday. Yeah. You would think it would be a habit for you, but I don't give a fuck at all. I'm just curious with the new mics, if it actually picks it up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. These are better at like reducing the background noise, but
even like the lavs didn't really pick all that stuff up.
It's true.
So yeah, I'm interested. Okay, so taste. Up front, very bitter and hoppy.
Mm-hmm.
I think the bitterness tames down almost immediately, but that like initial strike, I feel like is like, whoa.
Yeah, it from medium to finish is just like a swirl of different juices.
Yeah.
Get some melon, some cantaloupe, some papaya, maybe a little pineapple in there. I don't know.
Fruit juice explosion.
Yeah, pretty much.
Melon.
Dude, that music is just...
If
you guys can hear this, the music is just going ham.
I am so curious to what she's watching. And like...
So she's been watching The Good Place.
I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen 30 seconds of The Good Place, and you never need to watch The Good Place that loud. There's nothing going on that requires it to be that loud.
I've also seen probably like a minute and 40 seconds, and it's just dialogue.
Yeah, right.
Elizabeth's one of those people, though, like, I can tell when she comes home sometimes because I can hear her music in her car through like our driveway area while I'm like in the bathroom.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm like, your ears are like, I always make fun of her because she's deaf,
which like,
but she's just contributing to it.
Oh yeah, well, absolutely. I'm riding that boat too.
Yeah, I mean, you're a musician though.
Fair enough.
So it's like all musicians are deaf by their 45.
All musicians are deaf when they're 22. All right. I feel like there's more to taste with this beer. I was about to move on, but I feel like there's more to taste going on here. I don't know if you're right there with me or not, but I feel like it gets this weird tartness about halfway through. It doesn't finish tart, but you get this weird tartness. That's what I was saying. Like, you think it's going to go sour or you think it's going to go sweet, but it just stays kind of tart. It's like this weird.
I don't really get, like, I can see where you're coming from in a way, but I don't really have that perception. To me, this is kind of like, it's like leftover Fruit Loops milk, in the sense of like, there's just a lot of fruitiness going on, and like the hop bitterness has gone away, and you're just left with fruit liquid. It's like if you took
except fruit liquid.
If you took a bunch of fruits and you kind of just mashed them up together and created this like fruit paste, and you filtered a beer through it, like a light beer through it, like a Heineken, like that's kind of the aftertaste. It's just like a little bit of alcohol, but really just like
sweet
fruit paste liquid water.
Okay. I'm not writing all of that, but I think I captured your idea. Feel.
Are you sure you don't want to talk about your
I'm good.
tartness or whatever?
I'm good. This is good. I think it has...
Hit me with your electric feel.
A very full body. I think it hits kind of all ends. Like, it very distinctly has a beginning, middle, end. There's no real... There's not really a super empty part of this beer, feel-wise.
No, but it has a very mellow aftertaste.
Yes.
In the sense that it's not dry, but it's also not syrupy. It's not like a coating on your tongue that a lot of these like fruity IPAs are. So yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Body 100%. It's pretty full through all the way through it, and then just like a little mellow aftertaste. Sitting waiting for your next sip.
Pretty much so. Yeah. Thoughts.
So my thoughts are, on the Ninkasi website, they mentioned that there's no food pairings. So I've just now asked myself, what would I pair this beer with? The first thing that came to mind is a banana. why you would drink a beer and eat a banana. I don't know, but like, I feel like it'd be pretty good.
I don't think you'd have a bad time. I weirdly think you would not have a bad time.
But to that point, there is a concern for me. What actual food would I eat while having this beer? And I don't know.
Probably best not to think about.
Don't know.
I think I'd rather just leave it on the banana. Kind of just where I want to leave that.
But you know what I mean? Like part of the culture around beer is like, you know, a burger, nachos, pizza.
I think this would be actually fantastic with a burger, personally. Like a full burger, like not just your basic bitch like cheeseburger bun.
Well, I think it would have to also be like a proper burger, like cooked to, you know, medium rare, and not like a In-N-Out patty. It'd have to be like a
that's what I mean.
Thick, juicy boy.
Yeah.
Then it'd probably be pretty good.
Yeah, we're talking 3/4 pound patty here.
Yeah, but like washing this down, like washing down an In-N-Out patty.
Not so much. Yeah, no, it's a very specific flavor. That just no. I'm talking like a big juice boy. And I know you're not game, but like I'm talking fully dressed here with like pickles and lettuce and maybe like a sauce or two.
A couple banana slices.
Jesus Christ. Actually, I'm curious about that. So, Michelle's family.
Jennifer.
name. Give me a name. I think Michelle's family, they make this curry. And you'd either, I actually don't know where you'd sit with this.
We've talked about this.
Have we?
Yeah.
With bananas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've sat firmly on the no.
No, I think
But that's what you guys all say. You're like, everyone says no, so you'd probably like it. And I'm like, but I'm a different kind of no.
No, I understand you. And I can...
Again, I would try it.
Right. And that's where I'm sitting. It was like, I think you just really got to try it, because I do not know where you'd sit on that. Because it is this weird, like, sweet but savory. But it's not, it's a different kind of sweet.
The thing is like, I hate the sweet butts.
No.
Sweet but spicy. It's like, no. Sweet but salty. No. Just give me salty. Just give me spicy.
I hate sweet but salty. Like salted caramel ice cream is the bane of my existence.
I like salted caramel ice cream.
You make no
But I like
sense
I don't like the like sweet caramel. I really just like it like flavored salt. That's really what it is.
You want milky salt.
Yeah.
Whatever, weirdo.
I like salt.
Where are you landing on this beer? The salt is good.
You know, I haven't given it much thought. I've been avoiding this section.
I feel like I'm going to be less than fair with this.
I think you're going to be quite low. I think you're sitting, if I may impose, like a high fine range. I think you're like probably a 3.4. I personally am sitting at a 3.75 good. It's not moving into the great, but I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time.
You thought that was low, and I'm actually going a bit lower. I am just going with a hard 3, but definitely still in the fine range. Like, it's much better than like I would throw in like with okay beers. Because I feel like once you get into that okay category, you're just talking about like a not good beer.
Yeah.
And I think this is a good beer, but I just don't love it. And you kind of asked me about it earlier, and I just brought up the tartness of it. I don't really know how else to phrase it than that. And I don't really know what else I would do to change this beer, to be completely honest. It could just be my mood right now. It could just be, whatever. But I just, I just feel very medium about this beer the whole way through, which it has that going for it. I'm very happy to say that it hasn't gotten worse over time. So like I'll drink that third beer and be totally happy with that. But it's just, nothing crazy special to me personally. I don't think I'd go out of my way to buy this, but I would drink it if it was available. So yeah.
There it is.
So do the stuffs. Shoot us a comment or a like, right? If you'd like to. Let us know if you're like, holy fuck, your voices sound so sexy and nice now and radio like. Or if you're like, wow, this video quality is so much better, or wow, this video quality is so much more shittier after Levi made these improvements.
We don't know.
We don't really know. We're on this journey together. So we'll find out once it gets all
You better
saved.
buckle up and keep all your hands, feet, arms, legs inside the vehicles at all time until it comes to a complete stop.
Heard it here first.
Also, be on the lookout for more content that Nick and I are planning on putting out sometime in the future.
Yeah.
Relatively recent future, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Planning more stuff. We want to incorporate beer news into the podcast.
Yes.
Really just kind of generalize what's going on in the beer industry. Are there any beer releases that we're like interested in? Maybe we don't really know where we want to take it.
Yeah.
So you might see some change-ups depending on how we want to actually show that. Like if we want to focus on more on the video side, if we want to show the articles, I don't know. We don't know. Other thing is Tacoma. If you're in the Tacoma area, we're going to put out some content there.
Yeah.
And then maybe some gaming content. We don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever. If you're interested in something, let us know.
I mean, those are our ideas. That's what we're thinking.
Yeah.
So.
But we're open to other stuff too. So
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
yeah.
So yeah, let us know. Again, I mean, that's like, can't say it enough. Like, comment on something, shoot us a message somewhere.
YouTube's probably the best place right now.
Probably.
We're pretty heavily focused on where we want to take our YouTube channel, even though we're not doing a ton of stuff right now in like
looking ahead. That's what we're looking to focus on.
We're looking ahead and we're making changes like to the audio, the video stuff. It's like stuff like that where we're slowly making changes. So
absolutely.
Yeah. That's really what we're focused on right now. But
yeah.
All right. Laters.
See ya.